Very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Get Set Law. So here we are with MAH-CET 3-year LLB exam happening, right? So first shift is over, second shift is going on, and then you have exam in the evening as well, and your exams tomorrow, right? So here I am with the paper discussion for the first shift and the level of difficulty, the type of questions that were asked, everything that I'll be discussing here. So make sure that you're watching this video till the end so that you get an idea of what type of questions were asked, what all things you should be focusing upon. Of course, the questions are not repeated, but at least you will get an idea of paper pattern by watching this video. So make sure that you're watching this video till the end and come back and let me know what is your score. Uh, Also, please let me know how you found out your paper, how was the paper level for the different shifts that you have received for your paper. So let's, without further delay, let's start with the analysis for you all. So when we talk about the first take in the paper, the level of difficulty was mostly easy for a lot of section. GK it was moderate, English it was easy, logical reasoning also to some extent moderate, legal it was again very easy. So the paper was not very difficult. We can expect a higher level of cutoff for this paper, so the paper difficulty level was more or less moderate here. Now moving ahead to the highlights of the paper, you can easily expect that the cutoff for this paper will be above 100, right? So because as I have seen that the level of difficulty of the paper was not too difficult, it was easy. It was the questions were pretty much from the mocks only that we have discussed. In fact, I also got this feedback that the IMS mocks were more or less covered everything. They were a little bit tougher than the actual paper. So if I'm scoring good in IMS mocks, then that definitely means that I'm getting well in the MHCT examination. So cut off about that. Approximately, you can expect anything above 100 here. There were also questions about discrepancy in some of the answers. So you don't have to worry about that. If there is any discrepancy in the answer and the final answer key when it will release or the objection window will be open, those questions will be considered and either the marks will be allotted to all or maybe it will be scrapped out for everyone, right? So you don't have to worry about the questions which were incorrect or maybe you found some of the answers repetitive. You don't have to worry about all those things. Coming to the sections, so in legal, we have seen questions from principal facts, one-liner questions, static GK question. These type of questions were there. Even we have seen case laws related question. There were Keshwananda Bharti case present in the paper, right? We have also seen questions from puzzles, analogy, clocks and calendars, and coding, decoding. These type of questions we have seen. In English language, we have seen two reading comprehension along with article types questions, then jumble sentences. We have seen a lot of legal terminologies being used in English section. Apart from that, in general knowledge, we have seen questions from sports, we have seen questions from space, history, national symbol, and all of these things. When we talk about section, so in legal section, we have majorly seen questions from the major sections itself, like contract, criminal law, fundamental rights questions were there, case laws based questions were there. So you will just need to know the gist about the basic cases that are there, the cases that are taught to you in the classes, because we have covered Keshwananda Bharti in our lectures also. The basic gist of fundamental rights and the basic gist of all these things. So if you are well versed with the basic concepts of fundamental rights, which rights are against discrimination, capacity of minor to enter into contract, absolute liability, these basic concepts, then you are good to go for the legal section. Moving ahead to the English section, we have seen two reading comprehension with questions ranging from central idea, summary, direct questions were mostly there. We have seen questions from noun, article, and all these things in the English section. Then the idioms phrases were there, very easy, hitting the nail. Then there were sentence rearrangements, spelling errors, synonyms, antonyms, one word substitution, direct and indirect speech, active passive voice. These type of questions were there. In GK section, we have seen questions from Chandrayaan, we have seen JK Rowling book, we have also seen one or two questions from computer awareness, sports, Olympic related questions were there. Which countries India shares its boundary with, the arrangements, right? Landlocked nations, Great Barrier Reef, classical language was conferred, the status of classical language was conferred on which subjects, Questions were there on Justice Sanjeev Khanna. Then the fundamental right questions were there. So these type of questions were there in the GK section. Pretty basic question that you have to read. That we have always asked you to read. That these topics are important. These sections are important for you all. So questions were there from these sections itself, right? When we talk about other section, that is logical reasoning section, we have seen questions from odd one out. There were three questions from coding decoding. One thing that I was repeatedly mentioning in all my videos, that please prepare for the basics when it comes to uh, other topics like maths, right? So we have seen question from time, speed, and distance for this particular section. We have seen question from sitting arrangement, course of action, syllogisms, directions, and all blood relation. These type of questions were there in the logical section. So those of you who have your exam in the next shift, please prepare for these patterns. Please prepare for these topics properly. The level of difficulty does not vary a lot. When the final answer key will come, or when the final scores will come, they will make it uniform, and then they will release your percentile. So I suggest that please prepare on these patterns and then go for your examination. Appear properly, don't miss out on any question. And yes, all the very best. These are the basic questions that you can expect. Revise from the notes, from the concepts, from the sessions, from the revision lectures that we have taken for you all, and you are good to go with all these topics. And this is the basic pattern, and you can expect a moderate level of paper, not too tough, not too easy for you all. And yes, all the very best. If you found this video helpful, if you found this session helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you all in the next video. Thank you so much.